Hey, all my mathematicians out there. So happy you're here. So today it is the 8th and we are doing lesson 8. So what does that mean? Oh, you know it. It means Golden Lesson Day. Yippee, another golden lesson. So we are doing lesson 8 on the 8th. Shout out to all my people that have been wearing gold to the sessions. Who do we get? We got Saskia wearing gold. We had Keela wearing gold. Chelsea gold. We had Tanaj with her gold microphone. Keep it up, you guys. Keep wearing gold to those sessions. It's so much fun. So today, it's Wednesday. It's the 8th, and we're doing lesson 8. It's on assessment, so make sure you're in the right place at the right time. All right, so today, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be solving equations in the form of proportions, and we're going to use proportional reasoning to solve those equations. What does that look like? What's a proportion? So here's an example of a proportion. You have 1 over 3 equaling to 2 over 6. So proportions are when two ratios are set equal to each other. So this ratio of 1 over 3 equals the ratio of 2 over 6. Those are some simple proportions. What you would be seeing in 8th grade is something involved with variables, an expression, algebraic expression. So in this example, we have 5 over 6 minus 2 equaling -1 over x plus 1. And when we solve proportions, we use cross multiplying. What's cross multiplying? Let me give you a reminder of what cross multiplying is. So cross multiplying, it's crisscross applesauce. So you cross the numerator from one side over to the denominator on the other side, and you're multiplying those two terms, and the same with the opposite. So 30 to x, and you're multiplying those two terms. What that does is that helps us set up equations so we can solve that are a little less complicated than the one that you saw originally. So giving us an equation that's easy to solve, and then we use our normal solving using algebraic properties, inverse operations, and all that jazz. Our CFS for today, oh my goodness, Stanley Bud. Our CFS for today, so sorry about that. First step is simplify equations using proportional reasoning. All that means is our crisscross applesauce, and we will see that in the example in a second. Simplify further using algebra properties, so that's like our associative property when we combine like terms and regroup, our commutative property when we reorder things maybe so it's easier to see or easier to combine the like terms. Distributive property, we are definitely using distributive property. That's going to happen all day today. And then once you simplify as far as you go, then we start using our inverse operations and we isolate the variable. And then what I'm noticing is people are not doing this final CFS step of checking your solution. We have to check our solution. You shouldn't be submitting answers into your exit ticket that are incorrect, because that shows you didn't check your solution. So please be careful and make sure we're checking our solution. So let's take a look at the solution in number 1 so you know what you're getting into today. So it is a proportion, right? We have two ratios set equal to each other. So we're going to use proportional reasoning to solve that out. What is proportional reasoning? Proportional reasoning is cross multiplying, or you know me with my funny names, crisscross applesauce. So we're going to crisscross applesauce. We're going to take the numerator on the left, multiply it by the denominator on the right. And then we're going to take the numerator on the left, or I'm sorry, I have my directions all mixed up. But you see with the colors, so the 5 goes with the denominator on the other side, the -1 goes with the denominator on the opposite side. And then we set up that equation. So that one diagonal is set equal to the other diagonal, to what we crisscross applesauce. So in the blue, you would have 5 parentheses, because it's multiplying everything on the denominator, so we need those parentheses to make sure we keep track of that. So it's 5 times the denominator, x plus 1. And then on the right-hand side, it's the pink diagonal, so that's -1 times 6x minus 2 in parentheses, which those parentheses tells us right away that we need to use distribution to simplify. So we're going to distribute out those terms. And some people have been referring to it as expanding. Yes, expanding is correct, but the technical term for the property is to distribute. So we distribute those out, and that gives us 5x plus 5 on the left equaling -6x plus 2. And I would ask myself, is there anything else I need to simplify before I start moving over? And there isn't. So we move over the -6x over to the left-hand side, we get 11x plus 5, and then our 6x's cancel, and we're left with 2 on the right. Next step, we're still trying to isolate the x, so we minus 5 on both sides. So on the left-hand side, because the 5's cancel, we're left with 11x, equaling, and then plug this into your calculator, people. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. It's not positive 3. I don't want you to get tripped up on negatives because they will trip you up. So our answer ends up being negative 3 over 11. Done with my sparkly rainbow pen. Woohoo! And as always, and especially because it's a part of the CFS, you need to check your answer. What does it mean to check? It means you're substituting in your solution back into the original equation. So we would rewrite the original equation, but instead of putting x, we're putting in the solution that we found. And so in this case, our solution is negative 3 over 11. So we would be putting negative 3 in for x, substituting negative 3 over 11 in for x. Sorry, I misspoke. So we're substituting in the solution we found. And then you would use your handy dandy calculator, calculate that out. What's the left-hand side equal? What's the right-hand side equal? And if they are the same, then that means you found a winner. If they are not the same, recalculate one more time to double check. And if it still is wrong, then you did something wrong, and I would start from the beginning or look back at your work. Maybe you messed up some negatives. So we're looking in our check to have a left equaling the right, and you would use your handy dandy calculator, calculate that out. Should be pretty simple. So that is our solution for number 1, x equaling negative 3 over 11. And you guys have been pretty good about typing those kind of fractions into assessments. It does not turn out to be a nice decimal, so I highly recommend leaving it as a fraction. I'm not too sure if a rounded answer would be accepted in the program. So just type it as a fraction, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Before I let you guys go off to the races, something to watch out for are those negatives day after day after day. We're watching for those negatives. We're going to be distributing a lot today because of proportional reasoning using cross multiplication. And we're going to have numbers out on the front distributing to the inside. And there's negatives all over the place. So make sure you're always taking the sign to the left. So if you're looking over here underneath my face, that 2 is negative because there's a subtraction sign to the left of it. So you're always taking the sign to the left. Over here, this 1 is positive because there's no negative 1, and 2, there's a positive sign to the left. So watch those negatives, plug them into your calculator, check your answer, triple check, double check. You know, I love math, and a part of the reason why I love math is because you can walk away from the assignment knowing what you got right, what you got wrong, because you can check your answer. So if you are submitting incorrect answers on your exit ticket, you didn't follow the CFS, please make sure you check your work. Special shout out to Joshua G. He uploaded his work for his exit ticket, so it was easy for us to give him feedback where it was needed. And that's the way to go. If I can see your math work, that I can really help you. So you feel more than welcome to upload a picture of your work on a piece of paper. Miss Whitson and I would love to see it. And that's it, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day growing that math brain. And use all the examples you can. Come to your sessions wearing your gold. Ooh, can't wait to see you guys. Have a great day.